I was finishing up. Last magazine, last lane of the night. The range was closing, lights dimming one row at a time. The attendant told me I had 5 minutes. I loaded my final round and raised the gun. Click, misfire. I frowned, ejected the round, and checked it. The primer was dented, should have fired. I set it aside and loaded another. Before I could aim, I heard it. A single gunshot, loud, deafening, right in front of me. My ears rang as I stumbled back. My target had a fresh hole, center mass. I hadn't pulled the trigger. Heart pounding, I looked down at my gun. Safety still on. I told the attendant. He looked annoyed, said maybe I didn't realize I fired. But then he saw the round I'd set aside, the one that had misfired, except it hadn't. The primer was untouched. That wasn't the same round. We checked the lane cameras. For a split second just before the shot, there was a frame, just one, of someone standing in front of me, close enough to touch the barrel. Then it was gone. The attendant deleted the footage, said it was a glitch. I never went back. But sometimes when I clean my gun, I find an extra spent casing in the case, one I don't remember firing. It was a late session, close to closing time. Only two of us left, me and the guy in lane 3. I couldn't see his face, just his silhouette and the steady rhythm of his shots. Calm, precise, too precise. Every time I fired, he fired immediately after, perfectly timed like an echo. At first I thought it was coincidence. Then I started testing it. I'd wait 10 seconds, 15. The moment I pulled the trigger, he did too. I stopped shooting altogether. So did he. I stood there staring at the divider, waiting. The silence stretched until it felt heavy. Then slowly I heard him shift. Not toward his target, but toward me. A soft tap came against the divider, once, twice. I didn't respond. Then he whispered, barely audible over the hum of the range, "You missed one." My stomach dropped. I checked my target, every shot accounted for. Except there was an extra hole, low, off-center. I hadn't fired that. When I looked back, his lane was empty. No footsteps, no sign he'd left. The staff insisted I'd been alone the entire time. No one had checked into lane 3, but when they pulled my target down, there were two distinct groupings, mine and someone else's. I used to go to the range every Thursday after work. Same lane, same routine, lane 7. It was quieter than the others, tucked at the end where the lights flickered just enough to be annoying. The first time something felt off, I blamed the ventilation, this low hum that seemed to shift in pitch when I wasn't paying attention. Halfway through a magazine, I heard a shot that wasn't mine. Not unusual, except it echoed wrong, too close. I turned, expecting to see someone behind me, but the lane was empty. Everyone else was several booths down. I even asked the guy in lane 5 if he'd fired. He shook his head. I shrugged it off until my target started moving. The track system was old, but it didn't malfunction like that. My paper target jerked forward a few inches, then stopped. Then it reeled back on its own, smooth and deliberate, like someone was controlling it from the booth. I hadn't touched the controls. Then another shot rang out, sharp, right next to my ear. My target tore dead center. I dropped my gun. The range officer swore nothing had been fired from my lane. Cameras showed me alone, hands off the trigger. But the footage cut out for a split second, right when the shot happened. I stopped going after that. A week later, I heard the range closed lane 7 permanently. Equipment failure, they said. But someone I know went before it shut down. He told me there were fresh bullet holes in the divider, angled from behind the shooter.